So you need really to understand this topic and take advantage of it. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are looking at personal development, or you can call it personal growth. It's the topic we are handling today. And I'll be glad that you're part of this training. So the topic is personal growth. Just a moment. So the topic is personal growth. It's what we're covering today. Thank you so much, all of you who have been able to join in. So we are looking at personal growth. Personal growth is the topic. And I was telling you that this is the topic why I am who I am today. People see me sometimes and really say, Zion, we want to be like you. It's okay, you can be like me and even more than me. Because remember, you're unique. You're unique and God created you in a unique way. You're wonderful, you're peculiar, you were created with all the creativity in the universe. So God created you special, unique, and different. So the reason why I am who I am today is because of personal growth. If I give you a simple story about myself, when I finished my S6 advanced course here in Uganda, you know, senior 6, it's advanced A level, you have to go to the university. And I wasn't able to go to university. That was 2005. I wasn't able to go to the university because I had no money. I wasn't able to get government sponsorship. So really my dreams were shattered down. I felt like life is going to end. I tried to look for jobs around town, but everywhere I could reach, people could ask me, what can you do? Wasoma bichi? And I had nothing to give. Ladies and gentlemen, I ended up doing odd jobs in Chisenyi, working in a maize processing factory. I worked there for 5 years. 5 years, but my stature, my physical body was not favorable in the area. In that area, you need energy, you need efforts, you work with a lot of efforts, carrying stuff, you know, to make money. So for 5 years, I really suffered because for me, I was weak. I had no energy. I had no power. So life was really, really tough for me. And in 2010, when I was dating, who is currently my wife, I went for a visit at her home. When I reached her home, when I was sitting in her sitting room, watching TV, on her desk, there was a book. And this book, herself, she had never read this book, but the book was on the shelf. The title of the book was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So because I was idle, I had nothing to do, I grabbed the book. I read on the title, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what captivated my mind is the statement under, which says, what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. Wow, what a statement. When I read this statement, what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and the middle class don't, this statement really pushed me to read more inside this book. I wasn't a reader. In fact, I hated reading because, you know, our kind of schools, you can be at school and books are like books. So the moment you finish school, we used to have those days, we used to call it Chiromo. I don't know how you call them in your schools, but in our schools, we used to call them Chiromo. Chiromo, one night to go. And during this one night to go, some of us, we could even get those books and we burned them. We could burn the books. In other words, we really hated reading. And some of us, we just read because of exams. Because of exams. Exam you don't need to read anymore. I don't know who is like me, who was like me when I was in school. So really, I hated reading. But because of this statement, and I was broke for 5 years after school. After school, 2005, I worked for 5 years, odd jobs. Money was not coming any. I was very, very broke, surviving in Kampala. And that's when I stumbled on this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and the middle class really don't. Ladies and gentlemen, from there, I began reading. It's now 12 years down the road. My life has really twisted and shifted and changed. Today, I'm a coach. I coach, I train. And yesterday, I thank God I was recognized by the Rotary Club of Kampala West, Machindie. I was recognized and I was given an accolade for the work I'm doing to empower them. These are people who are qualified. These are people who are educated. These are people who have made it in life. But really, to appreciate a senior 6 dropout, the guy who never went to university, the guy who was working odd jobs in factories, really, it's a step ahead. And I believe the world is still opening more doors for me. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because even you yourself, you can do it. Even you yourself, I don't care where you are right now. I don't care who appreciates what you're doing. I don't care how much is in your pocket, but you can get on the road to improve yourself. This topic is called personal development. People pay money to attend such meetings. So for you, you're lucky that you're here. Pity to those who are missing this kind of meetings. They will always miss, and they will continue crying in their lives for money and changing lives, and they will never achieve because really they are not getting the information you guys you're getting. So I just want to say once again, congratulations for being on this meeting. So personal growth, this is an ongoing process. So personal growth never ends. It keeps going. It's an ongoing process. So personal growth is an ongoing process of understanding and discovering oneself in order to achieve one's fullest potential. All of us, we have potential, and potential is inside us. Potential is untapped power. Potential is untapped skills. Potential is untapped success. Potential is untapped songs, untapped books. We all have potential inside us. Are we together? All of us, we have potential inside us. But some of us, we have never discovered ourselves. And because most of us, we never discover ourselves, we rush to go and copy other people. We want to be other people in ourselves, yet there is something unique inside you. There is something unique inside you can tap. So you just need to really understand who you are and discover those untapped potential inside you. One man said, I think it was Socrates. Socrates said that the richest place on earth is the cemetery. The cemetery is the richest place on earth. Why? Why cemetery? Because in the cemetery, there are buried men and women who really had potential inside them, but were never able to tap those potentials. In the cemetery, you find presidents who never became. In the cemeteries, you find great artists who never became. In the cemeteries, you find billionaires who never became. In cemeteries, you find great gospel musicians, artists who never became. In the cemetery, you find great teachers, great philosophers, great coaches who never became. In cemeteries, you find great athletes, soccer players who never became. In cemeteries, you find people who could touch the world with hope, or, with orphanages they never built. Oh God, in cemetery, the cemetery is full of people with potential, but they have never tapped this kind of potential. Ladies and gentlemen, personal growth is the process of ongoing understanding and discovering yourself, the fullest potential inside you. In the cemetery, we have people who are really were great. They had to be great philosophers, great politicians, but they never became. Why? Because of a number of reasons. They never discovered themselves. So with this topic tonight, really, it communicates deep down into your heart to be able to tap into those untapped potentials inside you, the untapped talents buried inside you. Are we together? So this involves the process of breaking the old patterns that hinders your success. Most of us, we are not successful, not because the world is cruel, no. Not because this government of Uganda is cruel, no. No. We are not successful, some of us, because of the patterns, because of the programming we've been having since childhood. So you need to improve yourself, okay? You need to discover yourself. And how are you going to do this? You're going to do this through self-improvement. You improve yourself intellectually, the way you think, your IQ. You need to work on your IQ. One man said that exercise is to the body, but reading is to the mind. You need to exercise your mind. You need to put your mind on an exercise. You need to put your mind on let me say on a marathon to improve. Are we together? So with personal development, it will help you to develop intellectually. When you talk with wisdom, when you talk with knowledge, are we together? When you talk with, whenever people hear you, they hear wisdom. One man said that when a man is silent, you will never know that he's a fool until he opens his mouth. That when a man is silent, you will never know that he's a fool until he opens his mouth. Meaning, whenever we talk, whenever we say things, people really understand deep down who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, are we learning? Are you loving the topic already? So this topic will help you to develop intellectually. It will help you to develop morally, morals. You learn the morals of people. How would you behave when you are in people? Okay? How would you behave when you're somewhere with people, different cultures? Okay? We are in the business of people. We are in the people business. And this people business, we are meeting people from different walks of lives. Are we together? We are meeting people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions. How do you behave yourself amongst these people? I am a Christian. I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a pastor. But I work with Muslims. I work with sheikhs. I work with hajats, I work with, even sometimes I work with heathens. Okay, I am an MC. And last week, I had to be an MC on a function of one blogger. She's called Rita Kagwa. I was the MC on her function. Can you imagine? You're a pastor doing a function of a heathen, I was sorry to say, someone who is an unbeliever, you understand, a secular person, you're conducting this meeting with people who are secular, okay? How do you conduct yourself? How do you relate with people morally, such that you're not out of the picture? Then spiritually, there is a power beyond powers, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether you believe in these powers, but there is a power beyond powers. There is power beyond powers. You need to have a power you believe in, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, you cannot just do things like that. There is a spiritual power, the power which is unseen. There is a power which is unseen. And let me tell you one thing, the power which is unseen is more powerful than whatever we see. Because I want to let you know that whatever you see came from the unseen. So you need to develop your spirituality. Who do you believe in? Do you believe God? Do you believe Satan? You cannot be in the middle. By the way, you cannot be in the middle. You are either for God or you are for the devil. But this world is governed by two powers, two spiritual powers, the powers from heaven and the powers from the dark world. So you're either submitting to the dark world or you're submitting to the light world. but you cannot be in the middle. You cannot be in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot be in the middle. You cannot be in the middle. When you are in the middle, bagamba enjove ebbiri we zirwanira obusubi bwe bubonaabona, you become the grass where two elephants are fighting. Because these two elephants, the spiritual worlds, they are two spiritual worlds, the powers of light and the powers of darkness. Which powers do you submit to? So you need to look also into your spirituality. Then physical. Ladies and gentlemen, this world, your body needs physicality. You need to go and do physical activities because your body was created with ligaments. The body was created with joints. It has to move. You have to exercise your body such that you live a healthy life. So you're going to improve physically. You need to look into your nutrition, your diet. What do you eat? Are we together? What are the things you're doing that are affecting your body, affecting your health? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that there is nothing bad like having money, making it in life, but when you're sick, making it in life, when you have a skyscraper, when you have a house, a 3-story house, your dream house, but when you cannot climb the stairs, what a curse, what a tragedy. When you have all the money, but you cannot go on the beach. When you have all the money, but you cannot eat what you want to eat because the doctor has told you, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat this because of your health condition, ladies and gentlemen. What a tragedy to have all you have in life, but when you have no physical, healthy, physical and healthy fitness. You need to be fit physically. You need to be fit health-wise. Your body should be able to enjoy the success you've made, ladies and gentlemen. You need to improve emotionally. Some of you, your emotions are too worse, or your emotions are sick. Onyiga, obukako wire every time. You're not happy. Guys, you need to be happy. You need to smile every single day. Your emotions should be kept in check. Some of you cannot live with relationships. Every person you date, you date another person. And let me tell you, every person is wrong except you. Towangala na mukwano gwo, towangaza mikwano. You lose friends so easily. Why? Because your emotional life is sick. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you're learning. I don't know whether what I'm giving you will be able to benefit you to succeed in this business. I don't know. But I want to let you know that this is the topic that will give you success. Then your productivity. Some of you, you're so much hardworking. You work so much. You're busy like bees. But let me tell you one thing. You're not productive. You work too hard, but no results. Olabyeko abantu abakola mu bulamu buno ng'omuntu akola nnyo atuyana akeera ku makya n'akola n'akeera n'ayingira ekibuga n'akifuluma. They work too hard but they have nothing to show of their efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the solution to all this? It is personal growth, personal development. Let me read a bit. I can say a few messages here before I continue. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay, coach, good morning. Kathy, thank you so much, leaders. Morning. Nyombi says morning all. Nyombi here at command center. Katende says good morning too. I can hear you. Kathy, we are waiting, leaders. Julius, okay, good morning, evening, good evening, everyone. Peter says good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, network isn't very good. Kathy says, Peter, it is your network that isn't clear, because coach network is clear and we can hear him well. Okay, Julia says, wow, thanks so much, dear coach, for the wonderful sharing. It has really empowered me so much. Okay, Kathy says, today's topic is fire. Thank you, coach, for this powerful topic. I saw you MC on Rita Kagwa's function. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue. So today's topic, really, I'm feeling so emotional sharing with you this topic, because it's the topic which is changing people's lives globally. It is changing people's lives globally. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us go deeper and we look into this topic, personal growth. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you need to do? Invite yourself on the journey to grow. Invite yourself on the journey to grow. No one is going to invite you on this journey, but you're going to invite yourself on this journey to grow. Salawo kule, bagamba gundi kula. Because if you don't grow, this world is cruel. This world is cruel. One man said, life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you don't want will automatically take over. Life is a fight for territory. Life is a fight. We need to fight every single day, because the moment you stop fighting, life is cruel. What you don't want will come and take over. So what do you need to do, my sister? What do you need to do, my brother? Invite yourself on the journey to grow. Develop your inner self to the point that your inside starts manifesting on the outside positively. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you're seeing in life is not an accident. It's a result of who you are. Whatever you see in your life, if you're broke, if you're crying, if you're suffering, it's not a coincidence. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming your mother. Stop blaming your teachers. Stop blaming the society. Stop blaming every person, your boss who fired you. Whatever you are having in life is a result of what is inside of you. What is inside you determines much what happens to you on the outside. Whatever we look at yourself, the way you're dressing, that is who you are. The way you're dressing, how does your hair look like? Go in the mirror. If you're at home and you have a mirror, look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, this is what is inside of me. Because whatever is outside of you is what is inside of you. Okay? So on this journey to achieve your dreams, it's not about what you get or achieve in terms of material, but the person you become in the process. Because we are human beings. We first become to have. We don't first have in order to become. So what comes first? The money and yourself. It is yourself first. Some of you think that when you make money, you will become wise. You will never become wise because you're already a fool. Money will make you a fool times 10. Some of you think that when you make money, you will become generous. No, generosity starts inside you without money, sharing the small thing you have. Some of you think that when you make money, you will become too good and start helping people. It's a lie. You will never help people when you get money. In fact, when you get money, you will become more cruel. You will become more, evil. Abafuna sente ne balinnya ku bantu, abafuna sente ne basengula abantu, ne bamenya amayumba g'abantu. They have got money, they have got power. The moment they get power, the real self come out. One man told me that money is an amplifier. Money is an amplifier. Omuntu omu bw'abeera mwavu, olaba nga muntu mulamu nnyo ng'akyali mwavu. Naye afune ku sente, ojja kulaba obubi bwe bwenkana. And a good person, when they get money, they become better people. Because now when money can amplify the goodness inside them, if you cannot share the little thing you have, who told you that you will share the much? The Bible says that who is faithful in the little, even in the much, he will be faithful. But if you're not faithful in the little, even in the much, you will never be faithful. So it begins like with you. So in this journey of becoming successful, it's not about the things we are going to achieve in life, but the people we become in the process. Who are you becoming? Are you becoming a better person? Who are you becoming a person who is more evil? In this business of digital adverts, right now as we speak, we are looking at our dreams, but it's not about dreams only. We are looking at the people we are becoming. We are changing your attitude. We are changing the way you see things. We are changing your perspective. We are changing the way you relate with people. We are changing the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you smile. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether I'm communicating this morning, but in this topic, it's about becoming. It's about changing who you are. It's about becoming a better person before you achieve the money, before you achieve the dreams, because all the money, you'll get the money, all the cars, you'll drive the cars, all the houses, you'll drive the houses. But who have you become in the process? Are you becoming a better person who shall make the world a better place to be? Or you're going to be a person who is going to live the world when the world is crying? Because let me tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, one man said, the world will remember you for two things. The world, the people you meet, they will remember you for two things: the problems you caused or the problems you solved. Some people, when they grow, they cause more problems to people. There are people in this Uganda we are seeing as problems, that they are the problems of this country. Then there are people in this country we are seeing that they are the solution to this country. Who shall you choose to be? So in this process of personal development, it's not about what you're achieving, because what you're achieving, what will people talk about you on your cemetery? What will be reading on your kuntana bagenda kuwandika kochi? What will people say when you're in the your might is there, your body is there, silent, you cannot speak anymore? Because all of us, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is a day is coming when everything is over. Go see, say, when the money makes no sense anymore, when the cars make sense no more, when the houses make sense no more, when the wives make sense no more, when the children make sense no more, when you're down there, what will be left of you? What will people remember of you? Will people be able to remember you the next 100 years, the next 300 years? Because today we have names in this country we remember even up today. These names, people who passed on, bafada bagenda, but even up to today, we read about them. Will your grandchildren on the second generation, when you die, will they remember you? How about your grandkids? How about the second generation? How about the third generation? When they will affect the fourth, fifth, seventh generation ahead of you? Because the Bible says, I'm not preaching today, but this is personal development. The Bible says that a good man, a good person, leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to have personal development. It's not about making money. Sente zikoma. Sente tezigwa maloja. The more money you make, you need more money. Are we together? So it's not about just money, but the person you become in order to have the money. Ladies and gentlemen, am I communicating stress this morning? What are you becoming in the process? What are you becoming in the process? Ofuse chi? Chicho ofuse. Family yo kujjukira kochi. Abana bo bali kujjukira kochi. Abo bichalo wobera bali kujjukira kochi. Mu ggwanga mwoli mu Uganda bali kujjukira kochi. What will people remember of you? Ense na kutegeera. Ense na kumanya. Or you will die and die like a ngemomboze. You die like a mad person on the street. Ofe ngine ku kyalo kyewa me bali mutegeera nti gundi yafudde. You need to die and the whole world mourns. One of my goals in my life, I want, when the time comes to die, I want to leave the whole world crying, but the heaven is welcoming me that here a man who is victorious, here is the champion comes. I want to die such that the whole Uganda mourns. You understand? See Uganda, you cut the whole Africa. Let people put me on their status. They say, rest in peace, Coach Zion, Ogenzi. But you have impacted the world. That's what they call personal development, personal growth. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have such a dream? Haven't you had such people? You know, you die like nothing. Like you never existed in this world. Like you never existed. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to die and the world realize that Julius Yafude, Kathy Yafude, let the whole world mourn. And it's a process. It is step by step. Automatically. You need to discover yourself. Or you know, you need to discover that uniqueness inside you. Or you, or Jole can say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, am I communicating this morning? Or the topic is boring you? You want me to talk about money, how to invite? What are the factors that are going to affect your personal growth? One man said formal education will earn you a living, but self-education will earn you a fortune. Formal education is going to school. Whether the new degrees or now, whether the masters or now, whether the PhDs or now, you have the PhD, you have the masters. But let me tell you, formal education will earn you a living. You will be able to eat. You will be able to pay school fees for your kids. You will be able to have a house. You will be able to have the things around you, like the house, the car. You will have this car. You run this car. It is formal education, giving year living. You're able to pay your apartment. You're able to buy your clothes, nice clothes. That is formal education. Wasoma, or Mulimo. Thank you so much. Wherever they call up, you will earn a living. But let me tell you one thing: self-education will earn you a fortune. There is a difference between being rich and being wealthy. You shouldn't work for becoming rich. You should work to become wealthy. Worth is more than money. You should be wealthy in terms of life, wealthy in terms of spirit, wealthy in terms of properties, wealthy in terms of society. You should be rich in people, worth in people. You know, tulabanga yabagagga oyina bera mugagga nyonyo nenga ali bowadi. Nga mugagga nyine taina bantu. The person is too rich but has no people he is living with in the house. Too rich but he's driving his car alone. Too rich but is on the bed, sick, but no one is caring. Nga bajja kumucaringa, bajja because ayina sente. So formal education will earn you a living, but self-education will give you a fortune. Now, what do you need to do? Be informed. Be informed. Learn something about everything. Be informed. Wait while go on the quest to become informed. Okay? Learn something about everything. I'm sorry to say this, but our educational system is lame. Our educational system is lame. Why am I calling it lame? I'm calling it lame because I've seen people who are so much educated, too much educated, but fools. I'm sorry to say. Let me tell you, sir. Let me tell you something. Education does not mean intellectuality. I've seen people who are educated, but are disformed. They are misinformed. They know nothing about what is happening in the world. So in personal development, in personal growth, be informed, learn something about everything. Have you ever realized that when you go to these guys who are MDs, CEO of companies, some of them, they're not so much educated, but they know everything about everything. They know something about everything. I've ever sat into an interview with my former boss. And guess what? This former boss of mine, he wasn't educated. He was a senior two dropout. But let me tell you, he was challenging people with PhDs in their fields of education. He was challenging people with PhDs, people with masters, people with degrees in their fields. In their fields, challenging. He knew something about law. He knew something about accounts. He knew something about sales. He knew something about technology. He knew something. You know, he's not educated. Teasoma. Nayenga mogezi. Okusoma titegeza bugezi. Okusoma is having knowledge about things. So you can go out. Say for day obati wasoma wako mama kyakutanu oba kyakusatu, I don't care. But you can make yourself grow personally when you go on the quest to search for wisdom, to search for knowledge. The Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. And in all thy getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. In all thy getting, get understanding, get wisdom. Go and learn. Go on the quest to learn, ladies and gentlemen. So learn something about sales and marketing. The internet is available for us, guys. Get the internet. What are you doing in your free time? Get the internet. If you don't have money to buy books, go on internet, put in sales and marketing, tips on sales, tips on marketing, and learn. That's what they call self-education. Self-education. But self-education. If you have a phone, if you have a car, let your car become a moving university on wheels. When you're in the car, put in the audio, switch on the audio. You're traveling. For example, Peter is single, you're coming to Kampala, you're driving your car, put in an audio. By the time you reach Kampala, you're more informed. So learn something about sales and marketing. Learn something about attitude. Learn something about health and nutrition. Learn something about finance management. Learn something about leadership and politics. Learn something about legal matters. Learn something about human behavior. Learn something about technology. Learn something about athletics. Learn something. The point is, learn something about everything. I have seen people who are driving cars, emotoka nemufaako mu kkubo, emotoka neefa, naye nga tasobola kumanya nti emotoka efudde ki ekifudde. Tasobola kukola assessment ku motoka. You're driving a car, but you cannot even assess your own car. Emotoka neefa, and you cannot change the tire. Emotoka efudde, but you cannot change your tire. You don't know how to hold the spanner. Are we together? Emotoka nefa no ulabangumuka gonya no tamanya emotoka eweddemu amazi, you need water, no kuba esimu, and you be on the road the next 5 hours ngolinda agenda okujja mu makanika, nkubye makanika jesi makanika agenda okujja ngama emotoka eweddemu amazi. There is no water. We need to cool the engine. Can you imagine? I've seen doctors nga mujja musawo ajjanjaba maaso, ajjanjaba maaso naye nga ne bofuna ekiwundu tasobola kukijjanja because yagamba nze nzijjanjaba maaso. Mwana optician nze ndi wa maaso. Erinyo bwe likuluma nagamba ebyamanyo simanyi byamanyo. You know, you need to learn something about everything. Mukyala wo nabanga ayagala kuzaala, muli mu nnyumba mweka and you cannot do first aid. Tosobola kukola bisookerwako. You need to learn something about everything. Tell your neighbor, bobo in a neighbor, that learn something about everything. Yesterday, I was invited in Rotary, and I was talking about a topic called a healthy member makes a healthy club. Guys, guess what I was talking about in Rotary? I was talking about health and nutrition. Health and nutrition. Health and nutrition. Katembuza wabisomerawa. Wasoma nutrition. Sometimes the other time I went somewhere and I taught health and nutrition, and they were nutritionists. In fact, she was a professor. She was a professor in the meeting. She was a professor in the meeting, a nutritionist. And after my presentation, she called me and said, she asked me, wasomera wa? Wasomera chambogo? Waliwe makerere? Because abakola nutrition and makerere mbamanya abasinga naye gwe sikulabangako. I told her, self-education. Nangamba, how comes ebintu byosomeseza, you know, biri beyond? How comes you know them? Nemugamba self-education. Then there is another day they invited me. There is this bank, I think it's a microfinance bank called Black. You know Black? I don't know whether you know guys Black. They invited me Black. They have an office here, I think in Kawempe, Bakalerwe, somewhere there. They invited me to go to give them a talk about financial management. Now I was talking to bankers. And who is talking to bankers? A senior 6 dropout. Another day they invited me to URA here at Nakawa headquarters. I entered the URA. That day I wasn't the one to speak. I wasn't the speaker. So the speaker got a problem, and when he got a problem, he told them that I have a substitute. And the speaker called me. So Zion, prepare. It was around midnight. Prepare tomorrow morning. You be at URA in Nakawa. There is this topic. Go and tackle the topic. Okay. It was about productivity. Something about productivity. How do they call it? How to improve production. You know. It was about productivity. You know. There is a term they usually use. Okay. Team building and productivity, something like that. To URA staff, Uganda Revenue Authority staff, headquarters. I went to Nakawa, and when I reached there, I came on a border. And when the guy received numbers of parkings, they were calling, no, border. And what? Not me, not me, size young, the size, the way I kanamu, obutono wangi, obumpi wangi. So they made me go into the room. I entered the room, and guess what? I found the ladies and gentlemen at the age of my father. They sat down and they looked at me like this, that this is the speaker they have sent us today. They were so disappointed to see me. So I had my meeting had to be 1 hour. They told me because the speaker is not coming, we're giving you 30 minutes. I said, it's okay. I will present in 30 minutes. So I stood in front. I came ready, prepared for the opportunity. You need to be ready for the opportunity when it shows up. I went on the stage, I stood, and after about 25 minutes, I got a piece of paper. What was on the paper? They told me, you have more 30 minutes, sir. Because they saw I was just tapping. I said, what? They said, you have 30 minutes more. I talked, URA. By the time I finished the 1 hour, they told me, can you spare us more 15 minutes to ask questions? I spoke for 1 hour and 15 minutes at URA. And after the meeting, guess what? They gave me my $300 just to speak for 1 hour. I've held that silence for a reason. Guys, who you are will determine what comes in your pocket. It's not about you going out there and work and work and work. You need to work on yourself. Work on the cooperation inside you. Let me read a few things, a few statements here in this message. Thank you to those people who are sending messages. I like that. Thank you so much. Okay. Kathy says growth begins at personal level. Goal is to work on my personal growth. That is very, very fine, very, very important. Okay. Julia says, yes, please, dear coach. This topic is really massive. Everything starts with personal growth and development. Come on, 19 say, thanks, coach. I'm following closely. Mohammed is saying, thanks for teaching us. It's really touching. All right. Then Eric says, this topic is a very powerful message to us as far as life and personal growth is concerned. This topic is more than money. Yeah, thank you, Eric. You are very right. Then TK says, I'm Katende Twaham PG agent. Indeed, I have a lot to learn from you, coach, because by the time you finished A level, I was just in top class. 2005, I was finishing my A level. All right. Wamala says, learn something about everything. Be informed. Yeah, learn to make laundry bar soap at home. I will teach you. Can you imagine? Wamala here is telling people, learn to make bar soap. Learn to make soap from home. Learn everything about learn something about everything. Are we together? Learn something about everything. Well noted, coach. Thanks, Kathy. Then Mindset Queen, learn something about everything. That's true, Mindset Queen. Thank you, Mama. I miss you, but I love you so much. Okay, learn something about everything. Nafia says, wow, we have to be prepared for the opportunity when it comes. Learn about everything. If they need a substitute, you are good to go. There is that time. There is a microfinance in Bulenga, around Bulenga, there, Bulenga, yeah, Bulenga. And they had to invite Tegusura. Tegusura is, you know, Tegusura. Something like that. It used to be on Bukede, Tegusura. And guess what? Tegusura disappointed them. And guess who they called? Zion. Coach, where are you? I said, I'm at church. Can you please spare some time for us here? We have been disappointed. I asked them, what is the topic? And guess what the topic? They told me we're going to tackle what they call it's called what? Cottage, the cottage industry. Please come and talk to us about the cottage industry. And I said, oh, cottage industry. Do you know cottage industry? I went. Cottage industry is what Emma is doing. Bar soap, making soap. This is businesses we do at home. Business we do at home. Okay. Cottage industry. Told me you're going to talk about cottage industry. I said, okay, I will handle cottage industry. And I was on my way. The Bible says, be prepared in seasons and out of season. You guys, in personal development, I'm sorry that I'm quoting the Bible so much, but let me tell you, one of the books you need to read is the Bible and the Quran. They are so good in personal development. They teach you the ways of life. The ways of life, how life should be handled, ladies and gentlemen. I'm enjoying this topic. I'm enjoying this topic. It's a topic really which has empowered me to be who I am today. Okay. KS in back says, thank you, coach. That is my place, Bulenga. Yeah, okay. Hanifa says, thanks so much, coach. Development starts with you, personal. Okay. Obua says, I think personal growth is the secret behind success. Eddie, that's not a question. Don't think it is. Personal development is the only secret behind success. Every success you see is personal development. Julia says, hey, coach, 2005, I was in senior 1. I was finishing senior 6. And if I say, it's always you to decide by yourself. Nyombi says, let me hope that you are training billionaires. Those who have small minds, you are misplaced. Kenya says, jack of all trades and a master of some. Learn something of everything. So important, coach. Impacting coach. Yeah, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue now. Let's continue because we have a lot to learn today. We have a lot to learn today. So learn something about everything. Now, another factor you need to consider in personal development is awareness. Because awareness is the first step in personal growth. There are people who don't know, but they don't know that they don't know. And they think they know. That is the worst state to be in. You don't know that you need to improve. Let me tell you one thing. You need to put yourself on an assessment. Assess yourself. Omanye nti wano ndi bubi neetaga buyambi. Teri kibi nga muntu atamanyi nti tamanyi. Ate nga tamanyi nti tamanyi. Nga tamanyi nti yeetaga okumanya. Awareness is the first step in personal growth. Oyina okwenoonya. In medicine and in treatment, they tell you that diagnosing a patient is 80% the cure. Okebere ekirumu omuntu oba omaze 80% okumujjanjaba. Kasita otegeera obulwadde bw'omuntu, it is 80% the cure. But however much you have all the medicine in life, but you don't know what the patient is suffering from, then ogenda kumala budde, in fact you will kill the patient because tomanyi kimuluma. So awareness is the first step. Wezuule ogambe nti bannayiga amazima gali bwega tinafisha neetaaga okuyiga. The people who are not here, it's because they think they know. They think they know. And they don't know that they don't know. Oh God. Let me tell you, okuyiga tekukoma. One man said that when we're green, we are growing. But when we ripe, then we are rotting. We can so nti byonna obiyize obimanyi ng'otandi okuvunda. Okuyiga tekukoma. Learning never stops. So awareness is the first step okumanya nti wano ndi bubi, wano ndi bubi. Bw'oba olina obusungu nga wayazibuukabuukako tegeera nti nina ekizibu ky'obusungu neetaaga okutereera. If you know that you have this kind of habit, nga habit mbi, tegeera habit gy'olina ekuleetera ebizibu, etakuyamba ogitegeere otandika ogikolako. Weemanyi you a person who gives up very easily. Tolemerako, obivaako mangu. Weemanyi you need to understand yourself. Tegeera obuzibu bwe buli. Understand your strength and understand your weakness. Maintain your strength and change your weakness. Understand there is a need to grow and improve. Now, here we are saying the best investment you will ever make in your life is the investment in yourself. That the best investment you ever make in your life is the investment in yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I told you to learn everything, something about everything. But let me tell you one thing. Learn to invest in yourself. Yiga okwetekamu ku ssente. Yiga okwetekamu ku ssente. Some of you are investing money in all stuff, in your kids, in your business. But the one thing you're not investing in is yourself. Wetekemu ku ssente. Because whatever comes inside you is what you will count. Let me tell you, bw'olya kamera akalungi, a healthy food, that is the best investment you will ever make. Ebirala byonna by'okola poteya ogenda bireka wano naye eri akamera kalungi. Solomon, the wisest man on earth, said that everything under the earth is vanity. Eat and drink, because that's what will count under the sun. Lya, nywa, soma. Zion, the way Zion, the mulaba wano Zion netekamu kasente. When I make my money, I don't care whether I have problems, challenges. Fisa ya kadde, I take myself out, nefuna ka mushroom soup, nenkanywa. Nenesamu kadawati. Nenesamu kachop. Kachop kenyama. Kabarbecue. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, we say muku kasente. Read, buy some books or someko. When you hear there is a seminar, go and attend. Right now, as I speak, there is a show going on in Bulange, Lubiri. It's a show. Whatever manufacturers, badi say, gendo yige. Gendo laba bantu bakola bintu chi. Kuyingira 15 only 5k weteke metano yingira mu Lubiri genda mu mole. So I had also ogwejinja baje guri ogwejinja trade show in Jinja baya wedde Emma tell us it's the trade show ya wedde itakuba ugwa kumeka 10 the trade show in Jinja. There's an agriculture trade show then twina wano mu Uma manufacturers show ya Uma reka tenaba ejamu gwa 10 ya Uma. Okay, for manufacturers spare time what a cent again those kind of shows. Invest in yourself. Weteke muku sente. I want to get the ladies and gentlemen. So spare time and invest money in yourself. Reprogram your thinking. Endowooza yo kintu kikulu nnyo. Do you know why? Because as a man thinks, so is he. That's what the Bible says. I'm quoting the Bible. Next time Hajat will come and quote for us the Quran. But I quote the Bible because yes, go kutegira. As a man thinketh, so is he. Tomuntu nga bwalowooza mundaye bwatyo bwali. Show me a man and I'll show you how he thinks. Ntindago omuntu nga bwali nkulage bwalowooza. Okay? Come on, I say, I feel like mushroom soup already. Yes. Sometimes we take muka sente, you guys, a sentence we take webalo okuwerera abaana, webalo okusomesa abaana. I love Hajat. Hajat sometimes go to Dubai. Yetaka makasina gende Dubai, nagenda nachakalako. And guess what? Hajat even doesn't take photos. Hajat in Sonyo Biogira. She doesn't even take photos. No. She says, I've gone to enjoy myself. When over mu Uganda, nayenga mu Uganda mwoli, walo jibaita Renzori, topuka ngoko Renzori, kupiki, abazungu ne bajja wano ne balambula, naye gwe tolambula. Tomanyi the source of the Nile, oli wano. Tuina game parks, naye togenda nga yoko. Oh, oli muna Uganda, but they don't know the beauty in this Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, tuzukuke. Learn to invest in yourself. Weteke muko kasente. There is a spa here near me. It's called Suspa. Kanjukubira akalango. Suspa. It's very here at our office. Abachala. Sometimes come genda ko wano mu Suspa. Bawe ye mitwale 5 mitwale 3 yingira. Bakole ku massage. Bakole ku facial. You understand? You know, you have to invest in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Yigo kweteka muku sente kigambe munno. So develop a reading culture. Develop a reading culture. Funa kaddo some. I remember one day, I think it was in 2012. I think it was 2012. I came from home. I came to town to go do shopping for Christmas. Now you name only 50,000. I had come to do shopping for Christmas. But when I was going to do the shopping, I walked along Ginger Road and I stumbled myself entering Aristoc bookshop. When I entered Aristoc bookshop, guess what? So it was a shopping. I bought books. So when I went back home, omukyala ambuuza biwagenza okugula biriwa yandaba nkutte bitabo nambuuza tunaalya bitabo. Shall we eat books? But guess what? Let me tell you one thing. The books I bought, the reason why we are eating today. We have endless shopping. We have endless food. I can put food on my table every single day because I made the best investment, the investment in myself. Ladies, are we learning? Gentlemen, are we learning? So develop a reading culture. Start by reading a page. I know some of you hate reading. You don't like reading. When you read, you doze. Start with a page. Start with a page. Are we together? Search for information. No nyokumanya. That's what the Bible has said, that wisdom is the principal thing. But in all thy getting, get understanding. No nyokumanya. Look for information, and guess what? We are in the information age. Information is readily available. So read. Listen to audios. Watch YouTube. Go on YouTube. They are great speakers, great mentors. Because this topic, the next topic says find a mentor. Now, a mentor should not be physical only. You can have a mentor who is virtual. Today, the world has connected us. For me, I have mentors in my life. One of my mentors is Jim Rohn, the late. Jim Rohn, the late, is one of my greatest mentors. I've learned a lot from Jim Rohn. I've learned a lot from Les Brown. When you go on YouTube, check these names. Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is J-I-M. Then Rohn is R-H-O-N. Jim Rohn. Then there is Les Brown. Les Brown, the way you hear Les, L-E-S, Les Brown. These are some of my mentors. Then John C. Maxwell. Jim Rohn has been mentoring me about life. Okay, Jim Rohn, life. Then Les Brown is about success. Okay, Les Brown, how to push yourself for success. Then I have John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell has been mentoring me about leadership. John C. Maxwell is my mentor on leadership. Then I have Robert Kiyosaki mentoring me on finance. Okay, so get mentors. So get mentors. I have David Oyedepo. David Oyedepo is a Nigerian, mentors me about spirituality. So find mentors, ladies and gentlemen. Find mentors in health. Find mentors in spirituality. Find mentors in finance, but find a mentor. And to find a mentor, you have to pay money. If you come to be that coach, be my mentor, to give you a session, you have to pay. Ask Coach Enoch. Coach Enoch had to pay me to come and meet me for 1 hour. I told him, Enoch, I am your upline, but if you want by 1 hour, you have to pay for it. If you want mentorship class from Zion, you have to pay. I am doing it as a chief trainer. I'm as a CEO. As a chief trainer, I'm doing it for free, you guys. These mentorship classes people pay for. Whether it was a total, they paid. Whatever they call me, they pay me to speak. So search for information. Then next, find a mentor. You have finished finding mentor. Develop a writing culture. Write down, take notes, have a journal, have a life journal, write about your life, write about your experience. Because one day you will need that journal. One day you leave earth and you leave behind material for your people. You see this training I'm doing right now, I'll share it with you after the training. I'm writing, I'm typing. So I don't know whether my chief is here. Chief has a lot of wisdom. Chief CEO, you have a lot of wisdom. If you're on this platform, you have a lot of wisdom, but we need to write these things down and say, because a day will come when you know more. Go food the ogenze, na yole sechi mabiga. These are the things you're going to leave behind. These recordings, we're recording on YouTube, but take a YouTube that even when you die, you leave behind a legacy. People will continue benefiting. Hajat Queen mindset. Mommy, you have a lot inside you. Put it on writing, put it in books, put it in recording on video. We're recording it on audio. Put it in somewhere where people will find it when you know more, because a day will come when my mama, you know more. But whatever your wisdom is should keep impacting generations after generations after generations. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys, you should ladies and gentlemen, tukyaliwo musonyiwe my internet. Julius we muli oba mwagenze? Are we still here? All right. Okay, I can see mukyaliwo. Agriculture show ended. Oh, it ended. My goodness. Then Kathy, yes, it's good to invest in ourselves. That's true. Then I said, the way I'm enjoying this topic, I wish you can go on and on and on and on. Yes, Mommy Mindset Queen. All right. Then Kathy. Yes, coach, we are on. Welcome back. We're tulinyo. Temugenda. Still here. Atenyo. People are making me laugh. I love this topic as well. We are still on. I will be back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, can come here my screen and we wind up. Okay, so the best investment, Bukenya says, is the investment in self. That is very true. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Nami, I was telling you that are we together? Let us teach ourselves to write. Okay, write. Because write and make audios, make recordings, okay, for the people, because time will come when we are no more here. Okay, so tweyigiriza okuwandika. Okay, find a mentor, develop writing culture, then practice much what you learn. Many people bagala nnyo kuyiga but they don't want to practice. Go out there and practice. Buli kyoyiga kisemu nkola. Try to practice what you're learning, ladies and gentlemen. Weyigirize okubisa mu nkola byoyiga, because the learning is in the doing. The learning is in the doing. I remember my school where I studied at A level, Lubiri secondary school. We have a title, a motto which says, we learn by doing. We learn by doing. Okay? The learning is in the doing. So go out there and do and practice what you've learned. Let me tell you what they want. One man said that knowledge is power. Is it true? Wrong. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. It becomes power when it's applied. Knowledge, okumanya obumanya ekintu n'otakisa mu nkola okyerabira. So you need, my battery is running out, my God, and power is off. Practice what you learn. Let me try to change, I think. Do I have this topic here? No, I don't have it on the phone. My battery is out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end here. My battery is out and power is out here. Okay, attend seminars and conference cups. Then what else can I give you? How to accelerate your personal growth. Learn more of all the time. Learn more all the time. Volunteer to do voluntary work. Travel as much as you can. Pursue something creative. Then prioritize your health. Okay. They evaluate your life honestly and make radical commitment to time management. It's very important. My